Whoa! It seems like you are in some real trouble there. I've never seen anything like those wraiths before. I'll need to make a report of that. Of course I will. If there's something in the area that's endangering civilians, it's my job to ensure that it's put to rest before anyone gets hurt. Here, let me help you up. There we go. That's better. You know, this is kind of a dangerous area for someone like you to be roaming around. Especially when it's this late. Wraiths or not. I mean, who knows? There could be bad guys lurking around every corner. I guess you could say that. Then again, if someone really wants to cause harm, they're a danger to everyone, regardless of their actual target. Even so, if they came after me, you could argue that's the best case scenario. Because, silly, we're trained to deal with that sort of problem in Soldier. So, I'm not too worried. After all, I wouldn't be very good at my job if I was. I mean, it can be a little frightening, sure. But so long as you don't let your fears stop you from acting, it'll be alright. It's not really being afraid that matters, but what you do after you feel it. That's when you get to decide the sort of person you want to be. Now, that's enough philosophy. Where are my manners? I'm Aerith. And you are? Well, it's nice to meet you. That said, you might want to be getting home. I'm certain there's someone worried about you there. Go on, take care. You can't go home. Well, that leaves us in a bit of a pickle then, doesn't it? So, what are you doing out here? It'll get cold, you know. Oh, wow, these flowers are beautiful. Did you pick them yourself? You know, I'd heard there was a flower peddler around here, but I've never had occasion to seek them out before. What changed? Well, if you must know, as part of our service training, we're assigned to different patrol routes. My stationing has finally been moved to the plate. So, I guess you could say there's the chance we'll be seeing more of one another. Oh, you want to give one to me? Wow, I can't let you do that. Here, let me buy one. And you won't let me buy one from you. I can't have word getting around that I don't compensate people fairly. You really aren't gonna let me pay for it, are you? I can already tell. You're pretty stubborn. Well, let me think. How about this? In exchange, you let me ensure that you get home safe. After all, the only thing worse than everyone thinking I'm a cheapskate would be for someone to think I'm slacking at my job. It won't be a problem. My shift's about to end anyway. Tifa's taking over for me. And, well, just between the two of us, she might want to know if you have a vendor's permit for selling those. So, might want to take my offer and make your life a little bit easier. Well then, thank you. This flower is beautiful. I wonder if I could propagate it if I put it in water. Of course. I've always loved flowers. It's amazing how resilient plants can be. Every day they're trampled underfoot, cut for bouquets, withered by the sun, or hounded by the rain. And yet they come back, even if it's in a different form than you'd expect. I think there's something we could probably all learn from that. It's perseverance, despite all odds. There I go again. Sorry. Sometimes I go off on a bit of a tangent when it comes to something like that. Now, I think we've dawdled enough, don't you? Here, let me carry that, and take my arm. It's time to get you home safely. You could almost say the city's beautiful on nights like this, so long as you don't look too closely. It reminds me of bees. Yeah, like honeybees. Everyone living out its own precious life. You could say that people are the same way. Does that make us bees too? I suppose it does by that logic. I think there are worse things to be. After all, it's the pollinators that make blooming flowers possible. Everyone has their own part to play, their own means of creating the beauty in this world. Sometimes it's nice to have that sort of reminder. Even when you feel small, you aren't nothing. Your life is a precious thing, no matter what obstacles come your way. This way. I know a shortcut. Well, you could say that I'm more than a little familiar with the area. We should turn here. I'm just avoiding some coworkers. Not every member of Soldier is as friendly and accommodating as I am. Some of them just can't take a hint when they should mind their own business. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a nice peaceful walk. Is that okay? I suppose you aren't incorrect. I'm not the typical sort of person Soldier might be interested in. But then again, I'm different than most people. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? That's not a very nice thing to say about your bodyguard, you know. How did I even get recruited? Well, let's just say they noticed a unique skill set of mine, and I saw it as an opportunity to secure some of the things I value most, even if it's in a different way than I had imagined. Then again, life rarely goes to plan. What really matters is that we make the most of what we have. All of these precious moments. Yeah, I did say bodyguard. I figured it would be a good idea to test it out. See how it sounds. After all, being a flower peddler is pretty dangerous work. You never know what kind of trouble might be lurking around every corner. It never hurts to have someone looking out for you. Watch your step. Footing can get a little slippery after it rains. You know, you'd be surprised what you can find if you pay enough attention. And if you don't mind getting a few bumps and bruises along the way. I took a tumble off this balcony one time. Thankfully, it's not that long of a fall, but, I paid closer attention after that. It's actually been a really long time since I went this way. The armor does make it trickier. What do you think? To me, this is the best part about this route. You get to see this amazing view from the edge of the plate. Careful! It's a long way down. Don't worry, don't worry. We aren't here to do anything dangerous. It's just nice to look. From up here, the world is so small. All the buildings look like fireflies. And sometimes, when the wind blows just right. The clouds clear, and you can see the stars. It's never for long, but they're still there. All right, enough sightseeing. It's getting pretty late. Let's head to the shuttle lines. I assume you're headed down to the sectors, right? Which one, so I can know which shuttle to get us on? It's not a problem. I suppose you could say that's one of the few perks of being in Soldier. You get a shuttle pass. Not sure it makes up for all the grueling work they have us doing, but it's something. Sector 7? Really? No problem. I'm just a little surprised. My friend that I mentioned, Tifa, she's from 7 too. You don't happen to know one another, do you? And you wouldn't even think about lying to me, right? I'm just messing with you. I'd have to be pretty silly to assume that everyone who grew up in the same sector knew one another. People can change a lot over time. Sometimes I wonder how many people I pass by that I knew before and don't recognize any longer. Still, I should figure out a way for you two to meet. She keeps talking about this bar she knows. What was it called? Seventh Heaven, I think. Have you heard of it? She says they're the best drinks in town. And, yeah, she did also say they're the only bar in town, but I think the recommendation stands. Maybe if she and I both get the same night off sometime, we could check it out. I'm not trying to rope you into some sort of scheme. Unless, well, a fun night out is a scheme. And then maybe I am. Yeah, the shuttles are busy tonight. I guess they kind of always are. Here, hold on tight so we don't get separated. Don't worry, no one's gonna give you any trouble. Soldier, remember? You'd think they'd put a little more care into making these things sound like they aren't about to break down. Though I guess people from the plates don't really care much about what happens in the sectors. Not unless they're forced to. Wait, you thought I was from the plate? Really? Ugh. What gave you that idea? I'm from 5. Maybe if this whole bodyguard thing works out, I'll let you visit my house sometime. You'd be amazed at all the flowers that grow nearby. All right, here we are. Whew, at least it's cooler down here. Oh, you want to walk yourself from here? Are you sure? Well, if you insist, I won't argue. Me? Don't tell me you're worried. Trust me, if anyone can get home all right, it's me. Get home safe now. And thanks again for the flower. Bye-bye.